1 month after deciding I was going to move to Australia, I was on a plane with barely any money, no job lined up, nowhere to live, and the girl that I was going for had just broken up with me. And it was genuinely one of the best decisions I've ever made. Here's how it happened. I wasn't really planning to move to Australia. It wasn't on my radar at all. I was dating this girl back in Ireland who was already here on a working holiday visa. We were doing long distance. She would tell me about all these adventures that she was having, all the people she was meeting, the things she was doing and the places she was seeing. And here was I, in my same old bedroom, same old routine, wishing for more. I was so sick of my own life at that point, not really seeing friends, not showing up, just numbing myself every day, going through the motions. So I thought, what if I just applied for the visa? No harm in that, right? And I got accepted almost immediately. So there I was, sitting at my desk, and thought, right, this is it. I booked the cheapest flight I could find, and 1 month later, I was gone. I didn't really take any time to save money. I just sold my car and told my job I was leaving. My family were caught completely off guard. This was so out of nowhere for them. And the girl I was dating, she broke up with me. She thought this was too hasty of a decision, that I should take some time to reconsider and delay. But I had already made my decision and I wasn't backtracking. From the outside, it probably looked like I was just chasing a girl halfway across the world and spiraling, but I was standing by my decision. I asked myself, what was the worst case scenario? If everything went tits up and I completely failed and fell flat on my face, I would just be exactly where I was. I would just come home and be in the bedroom again. I had nothing to lose and everything to gain. And that one thought gave me more clarity than anything. Oftentimes we're scared to move forward in life and take risks because of what we stand to lose. But for me, worst case scenario was exactly where I was. So in any case, the bet was going to pay off. I would either have the best adventure of my life or just be exactly where I was again. I remember guys that I followed online would say one of the best things a young guy can do for his development is to get out of his comfort zone, go see the world. I used to hear that and think, yeah, maybe someday. Well, this time I just sent it. My mum and sister came to the airport with me to see me off. I remember my mum was crying, but it wasn't sad tears. Obviously she was sad to see me go, but I think she was proud to see her son go venture off into the world. I still think about that moment. On the flight, I was just thinking, well, this is it. No turning back now. And then I arrived. I'd never been around so many people before. In a hostel, you don't have any privacy except for maybe a few minutes behind a cubicle door. You're sleeping in a bunk bed surrounded by strangers from every corner of the world. The first week was so strange. I just threw myself into it, spoke to everyone, enjoyed the sun. It felt like a crazy dream. There were many nights where I would lay in my bunk bed and just think, what have you done? Why are you here? But I quite quickly met some amazing people, and my day-to-day life just became infinitely more exciting. I used to think about my old colleagues back at home, or the lads I went to uni with. They had their cars, their salaries, their comforts, their familiarities. But my average Tuesday in Australia shit all over theirs in terms of excitement. I'm not telling you to quit your job and burn everything down and move halfway across the world. I'm telling you that the decision that can look somewhat reckless from the outside can sometimes be the most rational decision you can make. Ask yourself what the worst case scenario really is. I mean, really look at it. And ask yourself, what do you stand to gain? Is it the greatest adventure of your life? Because most of the time, worst case scenario is exactly where you are. And if where you're starting isn't working, then you've got nothing to lose. That's the thought that changed my life.